What's going on, folks? So today I'm going to talk about the Hugo changes made in Ultra Street Fighter 4 patch 1.04. So the struggle has been, I don't even want to say it, it's so corny. So I think Hugo at the end of the day is a mid-tier character. Quite the contrary when I first started playing him. I thought he was pretty much garbage. And once I started figuring out how to play the footsies and how to really get press the advantage when I have a knockdown, then I started to see how good of a character he can be when you reach that position. So with the new buffs, I think some of the bad matchups aren't as bad, but there's still going to be some link to struggle involved with it. So I'm just going to go down these. Dizzy motion hurt box appears at the same time as normal rising motion. Not really that big of a deal. If you knew about it, you can just punish it later. It's one of those, like, people complain about it, so people will change it. That's pretty much all there is to it. So this one is really big. I was gonna curse, I'm gonna try not doing that. But yeah. So standing light punch recovery reduced from 11 frames to 7 frames. Advantage on hit increased from +2 frames to +6 frames. Advantage on block increased from -2 to +2. Now that last one is particularly important because Hugo has no frame advantage. None of his attacks have frame advantage on block. So that's +2 now. Now from this range, Ultra Throw, EX Ultra Throw has 4 startup, and if you know anything about Street Fighter 4, 2-frame window for throws is pretty much the key to having a tight throw. So if they were to hit like jab, I mistimed that, but if they were to hit like a 3-frame jab or anything that's not a reversal with invincibility, they would get grabbed out of it if you time it well, because it's now +2. Now I don't know if it changes when you chain it, but definitely when you do one and you have +2 and you hit a 2-frame window, that's really good now. The other thing in footsies, they reduced the recovery from it, so this is actually one of his longest ranging normals. Jab is faster by 1 frame, so it's still a considerable option. I'll probably still be using it, but this is good now because not only does it recover less, but if you hit him from this range, you can follow up with other normals, and you have less of a gap than you normally would. I think it's a difference of 4 from what it used to be. If it was -2 and now it's +2, you're gonna have that less of a gap over there in block stun. I think I said that right. Not sure. So I want to see that it covers everything. That covers everything about that. But this is really good now. Let's see what else we got. Standing mid-punch bug. Counter hit damage was taken after attack startup fixed. That's pretty self-explanatory. Crouching hard kick push block moved backwards. I'm not really sure what that means. I don't really use this move that much anyways. I'm not saying it's terrible, but there's better options most of the time. Somewhat YOLO, and if you know me, I like to be pretty technical and really considering all the options involved. I don't like to do risky. Like, I take very calculated risks. So what else we got? Moonsault press increased from 220 to 250. Stun increased from 150 to 200. So that just means, you know, overall damage output buff. I didn't even. Okay. Alright, we gotta do this right. We gotta make it right. Okay, 250, 200 stun. Yeah. EX Palm Bomber Hurt Box from wrist to tip, now projectile invincible until the end of active frames. Now, what I think this means, when my character is like right about here, they made the hitbox further back. So a fireball is less likely to travel to where I'm at, so it makes it easier to nullify fireballs. And I think they increased the hitbox of the clap itself, so it is even easier than most projectiles. Like against poison, it's a, I don't want to say it's a joke now, but it's definitely not difficult anymore, and that is a huge, like this matchup, I think you can say it went from like a 7-3 to a very winnable 6-4. So I can demonstrate really quickly. We'll do with poison, strong fireball. Like jab clapping these are not hard at all. You can do it easily on reaction. It's different at different ranges. You can the other change is that you can hit it and hit the other character, hit them as well. And this is kind of weird to time. I think Fierce gives the most consistent results. Yeah, that's a good example. Now, considering that the push block or the push back, so when it hits them, is changed, you'll have different combos that you have to do. Because it used to be you can do this, and you would always be close enough for crouching jab lariat. But this is not the case now. Like, actually, I'll give you a good example with the standing jab buff. So all of his lights combo into jab clap on counter hit. That's 2 hits. But if I do it from the maximum range, I don't even get crouching jab. But I had this problem before the changes, and often you would see me go into resets or that kind of thing because I was concerned that my lariat would whiff. And even when it was obvious that my lariat would combo, I would still feel safer going into a reset or some kind of just kind of block to see if they would do. See how the other opponent responds to it. But yeah, to sort of remedy the changes that they made to the claps with the push back, I would go for a low 4 knockdown more often off of a strong clap. And additionally, the EX clap is good too. And there's some other options off of like jab clap. If you know you're too far and if you just want to do damage, you can counter it off. But that combos jab clap into standing strong combos without counter hit, and it's a decent amount of damage. This isn't patch notes or anything, but I just want to throw this in there how important it is to EX clap. It's ridiculously good. So the regular claps will push you away from them, or push them away from you by a lot. Actually, I think that's what they mean more so than on hit, because it looks like they get pushed back a lot more than they used to. So I just found that out. But back to his clap, comparatively, it pushes them back very little and more so pushes you into them. That's much, like that is really big because it also breaks focus attacks and it's an easy hit confirm into another jab clap. And additionally, you can actually call out EX clap with jab clap. I made a lab notes video on that before. Alright, there we go. So this is regular EX clap and that's a car EX clap. So that's really good. I highly recommend using that more. That was one of the keys to really improving my Hugo play. So back to the patch notes. EX shoot down backbreaker damage reduced from 180 to 160. Traveling distance during descent reduced. Now the damage nerfs is fine. I'm okay with that. They buff the damage of the hard punch shoot down. Damn, 360 is what I'm trying to say here. But same in the corner, and I want to escape or either catch them, like I don't know, trying to jump away from my like EX 360, and I would do that. That was not so good because if you make the wrong read, you get very easily punished. Now it wasn't unpunishable before, but now it's more intuitive. And you can probably just back. You can probably throw me back into the corner. I don't think that's too bad, but there's a lot more potential for bigger punishes with that. So, in the grand scheme of things, oh my god, when I hear myself talk, it's very weird. So in the grand scheme of things, what it really means is that you have to be much more solid in the corner, and you have to be less inclined to make reads. The risk reward has been adjusted in that aspect. Alright, so what do we got next? Excuse me. Input reception time made the same as other moves, less likely to occur accidentally. I would get this quite often. I would say once every 6 matches I would get a... No, even more frequently than that. I'd say once every 4 matches I would like try to do a backbreaker, or I would dash up low short, and I would just, like, Hugo would just go in the air, like, you know. So I don't know how much they really changed that. I didn't do it. I knew I was gonna do it one time. So I don't know how much they really changed it and how better it is now, but because I mean easy inputs are gonna be in the game regardless. But it's good to know that they maybe tried. I don't know, whatever. The next change we got is it's another one of those. This should have been fixed anyways. EX Ultra Throw, counter hit damage before throw startup removed. EX Big Splash, counter hit damage before throw startup removed. Well, this is the one to talk about here. So really the three most significant buffs are the Standing Light Punch, the Giant Palm Bombers, and the Hammer Mountain. So I will demonstrate. It's pretty much like it was in the arcades. So it was the spacing required to really get a clean Hammer Mountain off a projectile was very reminiscent of Gen Super, trying to fireball through the Super with like strong, because that had the most invincibility. You had to it was very calculated, and you had to space it just right, and you had to like, there's no more of that shit anymore. You can do it from like full fucking screen. Damn it, I cursed, I'm sorry. You can do it from a very significant amount of range. Okay. I'd say from like right about here. Oh shit, take it back there. Alright, right about here. Yo, my own recording is mixing me up right now. Let me just do this. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. No problem. No problem. Now the shoot down backbreaker at the end does a little bit less damage, but pff, whatever. This is so easy to do now. Yeah, note to future self. Don't listen to yourself while you're recording. That really messes me up. Alright, so that's it. That's all pretty much I feel like there is to cover on the patch notes. Hope you guys learned something. If you have anything to add, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. This is probably a lot longer than I anticipated. I might even redo this video, but whatever, it's fine. That's it. Take care. Thanks for watching.